The General Hospital spoiler review for the new final episode, Monday, May 25th, reveals that Maxie Jones looked at Sasha Gilmore's photos at reception. Peter August and Valentine Cassadine were also available to admire the photos. Valentine intervened for something and Maxie joked that he thought Valentine was just a silent partner. Valentine said he was alone in the deception to control things, but that he had other initiatives to deal with. Valentine suggested that Deception organize his launch party around the nurses' ball, which Maxie loved. Maxie went back to the photos and told Sasha that whatever he did to get his head back in the game worked. Maxie then stood up and felt slightly light, so she and Peter left for lunch. Valentine asked Sasha if she was okay, as she had heard of the marriage of Michael Corinthos and Willow Corinthos. Sasha assured Valentine that he would not influence his work, and they talked for a moment about how Sasha is a good person and how Sasha couldn't help but love Valentine. Valentine predicted that the deception would be a huge success and that Sasha would end up with a wealthy woman. "Too much money can't buy happiness," said Sasha. After Valentine left, Maxie, the assistant Suzanne, came over and gave Sasha another vial of powder for the next time. Sasha protested, saying that today was only once. "Go on, you never know when you might need another push," said Suzanne. At Metro Court, Laura Collins disconnected from a phone call on the GH lawsuit, then joined Robert Scorpio at the bar. Robert shared that he believed Holly Sutton was alive, and Laura wondered if Robert had anything other than his instinct to continue. Robert said he could use Luke Spence's number, Anthony Geary, and Laura told him to go through Tracy Quartermaine. Meanwhile, at a table, Maxie was unable to face his salad, and Peter noticed that he had eaten almost nothing. Maxie said she was not hungry, and Peter suggested that she consult a doctor. Peter walked away and Maxie consulted the calendar on his phone, then said to Peter when he returned that perhaps he was right and that he should have consulted a doctor. At Quartermaine's residence, Ned spoke to Tracy over the phone and received updates on someone looking for Dylan Quartermaine's ELQ shares. At the same time, Brooklyn Quartermaine listened to Olivia Quartermaine in an intimate-sounding conversation on the phone with someone. Brooklyn immediately confronted Olivia. Olivia and Brooklyn fought fiercely, then Olivia blurted out she was on the phone with her psychic, just as Ned entered. Ned was sympathetic, realizing that Olivia just wanted some comfort on Dante, and apologized for being so busy trying to find out who buys ELQ shares for a hostile takeover. Brooklyn didn't like the sound of that, and he immediately took off and left a voice message for Link Brown and Baran. Ned and Olivia talked privately, and Olivia explained that Rocco Falconeri had brought Dustin to bring your father to school on the day. Olivia complained about Dante's cancellation. Ned warned Olivia against his psychic by taking advantage of his pain. The doorbell rang and it was Robert, who wanted Luke's phone number. Ned went to call Tracy to get it. Olivia and Robert talked about the alleged death of Holly and Dante, and Robert managed to know the right thing to say, and he didn't think Olivia's decision to seek a psychic was foolish. Olivia and Robert's hands touched when Ned returned with Luke's number, which annoyed Ned. Back at Metro Court, Laura spoke briefly with Valentine, who said he had no intention of attending the opening party of the portrait of Nicholas Cassadine and Ava Cassadine. Valentine left, so Laura called Anna Devane to say she was worried about Robert. In another area of the restaurant, Brooklyn met Link and asked to know who the third party was who got his ELQ quotas. Link put her off, saying it was none of her business, and Brooklyn threatened to expose her sexual harassment against her if she didn't give a name. Suddenly, Valentine materialized, telling Link to leave. "Hi Brooklyn, I can't wait for this moment to come," Valentine said. "I've heard a lot about you." In Crimson, Jasper Jax jumped out to see Nina Reeves ahead of the custodial hearing. Nina didn't know what to do and complained that if she didn't defend Nell Jerome, who would do it? Jax warned Nina that she might feel responsible if Nell gets custody of Wiley Quartermaine Corinthos and then something goes wrong. Nina claimed that if she turns her back on Nell and loses Wiley, Nell has virtually no chance of changing her life. Suddenly, a notice on Nina's phone went out. It was time to go to the custodial hearing. In the courtroom, Nell was sworn in as a witness for his direct testimony. Martin Gray immediately started making inflammatory statements against Michael, and Diane Miller. Carolyn Hennessy objected, cracking Martin's fried South charm. Nell finally spoke, telling the court how she felt when she found out that her baby was actually alive. In blamed Brad Cooper for orchestrating the baby's switch, and he was talking about it when Sam McCall came in and glanced at Julian Jerome. Nell went on talking about her new husband Julian and how Wiley had approached him. Martin asked why, because he thought he deserved exclusive custody, and Nell hit Michael for having the right and selfishness. Diane cross-examined Nell, relieving Nell's attempt to escape with Wiley and her assault on Willow. Martin tried to object with swagger, but Diane managed to get Nell wrong. Martin then called Julian to the stand, much to Julian's surprise. Sam glared at Julian as he swore an oath. Julian testified that he loved Wiley and married Nell to create a stable home for him. Martin asked Julian about his prison sentence and his reform, which Julian calmly got. Diane then examined Julian, raising all the various allegations against him over the years, as well as his knife accident with Alexis Davis and his sister Olivia Jerome. Tonya Walker attempting to detonate GH. Inexplicably, Martin did not object to any of this. The court withdrew and Sam and Julian spoke in the lobby. Sam was furious with Julian, patting him on the face and telling him that he had died for her and Lucas Jones. Sam revealed that he had told Lucas about Julian's marriage to Nell and that he didn't want anything to do with Julian anymore. Sam was furious and rushed away, leaving Julian miserable. The court resumed and Martin called his next witness, Nina. Nina and Jax entered the courthouse and Carly Corinthos was horrified. Jax looked really uncomfortable as Nina approached the witness stand. Jax sat down next to Carly, who asked her what Nina was doing. "I have no idea," said Jax. "Nina has sworn, saying she will tell the truth, then help her God."